You about Canelo Golovkin too.
The first fight had almost everything. Two top fighters at their best, going at it with contrasting styles, and it produced the rare pay-per-view extravaganza that actually at least lived up to its hype, if not exceeded it. There was only one thing missing. The guys seemed to like each other. Not anymore. This is a grudge match, and it brings up so many questions. Most importantly, does that mean that Triple G now throws caution to the wind and takes the kind of risks he didn't always take in the first fight, pinning Canelo to the ropes and keeping him there? And does that mean that Triple G is more likely to score his knockout, or that he's going to give Canelo the kind of counter-punching opportunities, there's risk involved, after all, to score the knockout himself? That's the biggest question coming into this fight, Jim. The grudge match. How is it going to affect the rematch?
All right, let's turn to our World Championship boxing expert, Roy Jones. Which of those questions might you want to answer, Roy?
The main question I want to answer is that Triple G knows that right now he has to throw caution to the wind, get inside, stay close to Canelo, and try to get the knockout. Because if he don't do that, he may end up with another draw, which is the clock is running out on him. He's already 36. He can't afford to keep sitting out a year at a time waiting for a rematch because his clock is steadily going bad. The timing is not good for him. He has to, like Max said, throw caution to the wind tonight and go for the knockout.
Maybe the most important number going into the fight. 36 years old, Triple G, as Roy suggests, pushing the envelope for boxing greatness. Let's take a look at some other numbers on the tail of the tape. And you see that age difference at the top. But remember, Canelo Alvarez is fighting in his 53rd pro fight. It's the 40th for Golovkin. Alvarez's professional career actually began 6 months before that of Golovkin, who had 350 amateur fights. A 1.5-inch height advantage for Golovkin, which he sometimes gives away by leaning forward as he stalks the opposing fighter. An arm length advantage for Golovkin of 1 inch measured from the armpit to the end of the fist, and that mostly shows up in his jackhammer jab. And they both weighed in under the 160-pound limit. Golovkin at 159.6 was on the scale first. Canelo at 159.4 moments after.
Это самое идеально закончить бы нокаут, и не было возможности у судей принимать свои crazy решения. Это самое большое событие для бокса.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. Set to make his way to the ring. Boxing's the longest reigning world champion. Here is Triple G.
Here comes Gennady Golovkin. Only fought in this arena once before, and it's a bad memory because he thought he won the fight and wound up with a draw instead.
You know, it's a great song, Seven Nations Army, and every time you hear it now, that brand in boxing, like we have a Pavlovian response to it as fans. It means there's going to be action and violence because it is Triple G's ring walk song. Whenever you hear that beat, you know you're about to see something explosive.
He's a living legend already in some ways, Roy. But to indelibly, permanently make that legend stick, he's got to win tonight.
Not only does he have to win, he almost has to win in either dominating fashion or by knockout.
Even though Canelo is a Mexican fighter who might be expected to have the crowd advantage here, Max, Triple G has a special appeal.
Triple G says Mexican style. It's a smart thing to say, particularly if you're an aggressive fighter with a Mexican-American trainer in North America. But really, Triple G is beloved by boxing fans all over the world, regardless of nationality. If you speak boxing, you love Triple G because he brings it. He's one of the best guarantees for your money, for your entertainment dollar in sports.
August here is coming much. Canelo is cheating.
Follow the money. He didn't do enough to win.
There's the fighter who for the last 3 years has seen his name appear in virtually every written sentence that also included the name Gennady Golovkin. They are permanently paired in boxing lore now.
And will only be more so after tonight. Canelo is, along with Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight champ, one of the two biggest draws, one of the two biggest stars in boxing. And the question is always with the money fighter, who can get anyone into the ring because he's worth the biggest prize in the prize fight. Will he use that platform to make the biggest fights against the best fighters or not? Canelo has used it to make the biggest fights.
And Roy Jones, his career and his reputation survived the loss to Floyd Mayweather, as it should have.
Canelo. It's el mariachi.
Star in North American boxing, Canelo Alvarez. He's used to this by now. He's been in big fight after big fight since he was in his early 20s, even his late 20s.
And like Jim said, his career survived an early loss to Floyd Mayweather, but it's because he was only 21 years old. Much like we see Munguia tonight, who's 21 years old, so that's a great time to start your fights, start your career and having big fights.
And when you look at the big events he's created, against Triple G, the last time out, against Miguel Cotto, Hall of Famer, against Floyd Mayweather when he was really a baby by boxing terms, against even fighters who had seen their best days but still had big names, like Shane Mosley, or fighters who had built their names but shouldn't have been in the ring with them, like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. All high-profile fights. In almost every instance, he has been the main attraction.
And that's just the first half of his career, Max. He said this is about to start the second half. Imagine what we got in store next.
He's been a fighter who, in spite of his status as the moneymaker, hasn't ducked tough, awkward fighters with whom he had close fights, but he figured out ways to win. Austin Trout, Landy Lara, just the kind of fighters that the money fighter like Canelo generally avoids, not Canelo.
Nope, they usually avoid them because that calls for a bad night or a bad showing. Canelo doesn't care. Whoever they put in front of him or whoever they want to see him against is who he fights.
There's a sense tonight, Roy, that Canelo is the counter-puncher, is the more versatile fighter, has an advantage. They're fighting round 13 here tonight. Does he have the advantage?
I don't think he has the advantage, but I do think he has the deeper toolbox because he can't come forward and he can't go backwards.
and gentlemen, the wait is finally over. Live on HBO pay-per-view from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena here in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing is scheduled for the WBC, WBA, IBO, Ring Magazine, Middleweight Championship of the World. Promoted by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and Triple G Promotions. Presented by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Sponsored by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Como quieres viajar? Fly your way to Mexico with Interjet Airlines. Venom, the movie starring Tom Hardy, worldwide everywhere, October 5th. Fred Loy Insurance, put Fred in your corner. And Capital Holdings. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Executive Director, Bob Bennett, with our supervisors for this bout, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, from the WBA, Mariana Borisova, and from the IBO, Jorge Alonso. Your three judges scoring at ringside, Glenn Feldman, Dave Moretti, and Steve Weisfeld. And when the action begins inside the ring, referee in charge, Benji Esteves. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready, the fighters are ready, millions of fans watching live around the world are ready. Las Vegas, Nevada, make some noise if you are. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black, trimmed in gold, he weighed in officially 159 1/2 pounds. Professional record stands outstanding with 49 victories, 1 defeat, 2 bouts, even with 34 wins coming by way of knockout. The former multi-time 2-division champion of the world, El Hijo de Guadalajara, El Orgullo de México. Here is Saúl Canelo.
He's gonna die. Righty had to.
And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks. He weighed in 159 1/2 pounds. This veteran in 39 professional bouts, 38 victories, including 34 knockouts, no defeats, 1 bout even. He is the unified WBA, WBC, IBO, Ring Magazine middleweight champion of the world from Karaganda, Kazakhstan, Triple G.
Trunks are good here, trunks are good there. Buena suerte. Good luck.
It's not just that their first fight ended in a draw. It's that it was so good, everyone wanted to see it again. Can the rematch top the original?
Round 13 of the first fight, or will it be round 1 of a different fight? Golovkin starts off with the jabs, by far his most effective weapon in the first fight. Canelo tries the left hook, Golovkin blocks it with his right glove and fires a couple more jabs. Body shot by Canelo.
Canelo already not giving up much ground, Jim, like he did in the first fight. He's coming out being more aggressive and coming forward. As a matter of fact, circling more. Like he thinks he's the puncher.
Perhaps trying to send a psychological message to Triple G.
Golovkin keeping that right fist very close to his chin. Already picked off a whistling left hook from Canelo. Conscious of that hook.
And this could be dangerous for Canelo if he runs into a big shot by Golovkin, because Golovkin is the middleweight and the bigger guy normally.
This is a tactical round so far. If there's an edge, it's Golovkin landing his jab, just as was the case in the middle rounds of the first fight. Canelo reaching with a left hook, hasn't made it connect yet.
The tactical fight favors Canelo, the counterpuncher, and the more kind of mobile boxer.
And now Canelo gets a jab through Golovkin's guard. Golovkin goes back to the jab twice more.
And
Jab, jab, jab. Golovkin hasn't thrown a power shot. Locks the right hand with his left glove.
Pressure fighters often take a round or two to get going, and Triple G is a pressure fighter.
Minute 13 to go in the round. Canelo lands a jab to the chest, pushing Golovkin back just a little bit. But the most important punches so far have been Golovkin's jabs upstairs. Now there's a good one by Canelo.
both guys are landing some really good jabs, Jim. And Golovkin is using his jab to keep Canelo at bay, but Canelo is trying to stalk him.
So far, the grudge and the bad blood has resulted in a disciplined, tactical fight early on.
But with Canelo a little heavier on his front foot than is normally the case.
Yes, he is.
And that's something Golovkin might want.
That's exactly what he wants, Jim. This is playing right into Golovkin's favor, I believe.
And now Golovkin tries a right hand as Canelo continues to lean in toward him. A much more aggressive Canelo Alvarez than we expected to see in the early going. Golovkin looking to take advantage.
Golovkin hasn't tried to go to the body yet either, but he's fighting a different fight because Canelo has changed. Canelo didn't come out and stalk like this in the first
Only
fight.
10 seconds left in a tactical round. Golovkin again snaps Canelo's head back with a jab.
First fight, Canelo was getting some of those rounds on the judges' scorecards. And everyone agreed Golovkin had to be more aggressive. So far, he's been less aggressive.
Jabbing contest continues as we go into round two.
Redness around Golovkin's right eye.
Yes, from that hook. Good uppercut by Golovkin.
Golovkin with a deep amateur background, the silver medalist in the Olympics, a dominant international amateur, does have the skills to control a fight with the jab.
Yes, he does. But good shot.
Took by Canelo. Hardest punch of the fight so far. So Canelo draws first blood in terms of landing a meaningful power shot. And now Canelo lands a jab. And he stays aggressive in round two. Still a little heavier on that front foot.
Good three-punch combination. Good three-punch combination by Canelo.
Canelo's getting loose.
Good answer back by Triple G, though.
Right hand over the top by Triple G.
It's not that Golovkin can't box in the middle of the ring. It's why would he want to?
Great body shot by Canelo.
Hoping that he can get Canelo to open up and land something big, Max. He wants Canelo comfortable.
Triple G's face is starting to really mark up.
And Canelo is not giving him any ground, so he can't back Canelo back if Canelo won't back up.
Hooking lands a couple of left hooks.
The question, the old adage in boxing is don't hook with the hooker, Roy. Who's the hooker here?
Canelo. By far, because he's got a hook to the head and to the body. But Triple G has a big hook, too. Don't get it wrong.
Cut over his right eye, it looks to me, in the corner of his right eye, Triple G.
A good body shot.
Canelo, Triple G opens up and throws some power shots.
Good job again.
His jab is working early.
Yes, it is. A beautiful thing early.
It is a beautiful thing. Subscribe to Steven Play Play Pro.
Power shots
With the left hook.
Steven Play Play
Ducks
Pro.
under another
Okay?
shot. Good shot.
Or to just Steven Play Play. You
Triple G
don't
back.
just say them. Just
Body
say
shots already. Canelo with a 5-0
right
edge.
on.
Good hook and
Is that
kick
right
lands
on?
for Triple G. Another one.
Two heavy-handed guys exchanging real big shots.
Some really big shots, Max.
You're too
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
Triple G jabbing here to try to put the round away. But Canelo's landed some hard shots in center ring as they continue to stay with each other in center ring.
Don't worry about it. Let's take it. Let's knock his ass out, all right? Okay, a little water, man. Don't give him so much respect. Okay, throw that jab and stay tight and then counter from that. Even if it's single shots, that's okay with it. And don't worry about a combination right now. Just pound it. All right? Okay. Okay, little grease, man. Sure, good. Boca só. All right, pode go. Качай, побыстрее, качай. Правая тоже попадает. Here you see Canelo giving a fake jab and a lead left hook right there because Triple G thought the jab was coming. He went for the jab and Canelo landed the best hook of the night so far.
Power punches through round two. Both fighters have landed 10. Canelo 10 out of 24. Golovkin 10 out of 21. Power shots. Jabs. Golovkin has clearly landed more.
I don't know if it's flowing, but the right eye from that hook, there's a dark, deep red mark in the eye, in the corner of the right eye.
But Abel Sanchez did not treat it as though it was a cut, Max Kellerman. So apparently there's no blood flowing there. Abel Sanchez simply talked to the fighter and did nothing with regard to his eye.
Yeah, there's blood. It just may not be external yet.
And
There's something going on.
And one thing Abel did tell him was not to give them too much respect. And that's saying something because he doesn't want him backing up from Canelo this much. And Golovkin can't seem to do nothing about it yet.
Body shot by Canelo. He continues to lead in that category. Both fighters, Canelo's was the harder of the two.
Canelo disciplines aggressive fighters because it's not just that he counters with stinging force.
Shock. He puts shock on those punches, man.
And Abel's essentially telling Triple G, I know, it's not easy, but you got to get in. You got to be aggressive, more aggressive.
Good try by Canelo.
Subscribe to
Good
Steven
step
Blade
by
Pro.
Triple G.
Guys, that's Steven Blade Pro.
Copy box numbers, Golovkin throwing and landing more now. 10 more landed punches, 35 more thrown punches so far in the fight. A lot of those numbers, just as in the first fight, coming from the jab.
Guys, Canelo had success in the early rounds of their first fight, but it feels like his punches are doing more damage in the early rounds of this fight.
They are back.
Well, he's definitely more aggressive. He's leaning on his front foot. He's not backed up against the ropes. Triple G hasn't really gotten Canelo to the ropes a single time. That left hook missed. That left hook missed as well.
Triple G landed a good right hand on Canelo just a minute ago, though. Really good right hand.
Okay, Triple G's getting his shots in, plenty of them. But Canelo is the confident fighter in there right now.
Now Triple G lands another right hand behind his head. Misses with the left hook, comes back with the second one and grazes Canelo. And Triple G is letting his hands go more than in the first fight at this moment.
And that jab is causing Canelo some problems, Jim.
Generally throughout his career when Triple G lands those heavy shots upstairs, Roy, you wonder what effect it has on him psychologically when Canelo takes those shots.
It has a big effect on you. See him breathing hard already, Max. He's not really used to that happening to him. He's breathing very hard, and Canelo seems very composed. If Canelo lands some good body shots here, it'll be really good for him.
But you see the margin by which Triple G is landing more headshots. Judges see headshots. They don't always see body shots nearly as well.
That's true, but the body shots will be more effective for the long haul.
Agreed. And it's something that Triple G must have felt he needed to do more of in this fight, but he isn't doing it so far.
Oriente.
Breathe. How are you feeling, sir?
Good.
Toma aire primero.
Breathe first.
Dale agua.
Water now. It's going good. The fight is going good. Just like that. Just like that. He's pushing the back and he doesn't know what to do. But you've got to be careful, right? Remember, he's a one punch. He's a puncher. So you've got to be careful. One punch can end the fight. Jab him. Feint him. Top it on the bottom. Now we wanted to catch you on this side because you throw the same way. Feint and throw 2 times. Touch the body, touch the top. He sees Triple G coming in, throwing a good up jab that was probably one of his best straight on punches tonight. Stirred Canelo up a little bit and made him uncomfortable.
So far, guys, however you have it scored, and like when we were watching Andre Ward and Kovalev, Canelo's winning the story of the fight so far, however you have the round scored.
While Triple G is winning the CompuBox numbers of the fight. And now let's check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman, to see how he scored the first 3 rounds. Harold?
Okay, Jim, I got a 29-28, 2 rounds to 1, Canelo Alvarez. Jim, I thought Canelo started out a little bit stronger, landed the hardest shots. You know, close rounds, not easy to score. I wouldn't argue if one of the judges had it going the other way. But I've got a 2-1, 29-28, Canelo Alvarez. Very, very close.
Left hook lands for Triple G. Couple of attempted right hands for Golovkin. Now Canelo is beginning to up his punch count. He hadn't been throwing as many as Golovkin, but he is in this round.
When Triple G lands his punches clean, they tend to be straight punches. Canelo's landing crooked punches clean.
Mira, Triple G le gusta pelear cerquita.
It's a trading fight, just as was the case in the first
Ahí
fight.
se lo van a
And
joder a
both guys
Canelo.
are continuing to show amazing chins.
Amazing chin, but
Mire.
Triple G's using a very good jab that's giving him a little bit of an advantage, I feel.
These are just devastating
Another
shots.
good body shot for Canelo. He's got all the, and there's a body shot for Triple G. That's what he needs to do more of, or at least in the eyes of many boxing experts, what he should do more of.
I don't think Triple G is used to this pace, though, Jim, and he's not used to having to back up like this. So Canelo's still in a good spot as long as he don't get caught with nothing big. Because like Max said, he's really still winning the story of the fight because he's fighting when he's comfortable. Triple G is not fighting in his comfortable fight. He's doing a good job of winning the fight with that jab, though.
Triple G's throwing more punches than Canelo, partially because Canelo's making him throw more punches with his forward pressure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like by design for Canelo.
But so far, guys, we're in the 4th round. Triple G has not gotten a head of steam going. He has not created any real forward momentum, any sustained momentum. He's not put his punches together. He has isolated moments, and then Canelo comes back and counters.
Like that.
And it's Triple G circling the perimeter. It's not like it's the 1st round. We're in the 4th round.
Oh, good shot.
Body shot by Canelo. And his body work is a difference between the two of them. Triple G tentative and short with the uppercut.
Usually when a fighter lands a big body shot in a fight like this, the other guy comes right back with his own body shot. Triple G did not.
He comes back with jabs. And he's still landing a stiff jackhammer jab.
Eso fue todo.
Back it up a couple times too many, okay? Now when you go to when you're doing a good job, give me a jab in there too, okay? And you gotta be lower with those shots. You understand? Lower. Yes. I don't want them on top. There.
Ah, ya le abrió, abuelo. Ya.
Max, I'm gonna tell you about this uppercut right here. See this uppercut Triple G lands?
Yep.
Watch the body shot that he missed. Luckily, Canelo
my
missed that
God.
body shot, or we might have had a down fighter that round. But that was a beautiful uppercut landed by Triple G. But it's lucky for him that Canelo missed that body shot.
The body shots Canelo is landing so far are the kind of shots that take the fight out of an opponent.
Yes.
Canelo's girlfriend and daughter at ringside. And now we go to round 5 of the scheduled 12 CompuBox numbers. Golovkin has landed 23 more total punches. He has thrown 80 more total punches so far through round 4.
I think Canelo has a little cut over his left eye. I saw him working on in the corner.
Triple G had the red spot over the right eye. And now Golovkin lands his jab right on the left eye of Canelo, where you see a cut, Roy Jones.
Yeah, there's blood on his beard from that cut.
I mean, Triple G seems determined to take the hook upstairs away from Canelo, but he's giving him the hook to the body and everything else.
Canelo doing something to Triple G that Triple G has never seen before, Jim. He's constantly stalking him like that. Triple G is not used to this type of a fight, trust me.
Roy, it almost looks like Triple G is going to have to do something to change the momentum of this fight.
He is, or he's going to run out of gas because it looks like he's fading fast. That's what I was telling you earlier about being a big bear all the time. You lose the true advantages of it. Good uppercut. I mean, good look by Triple G.
Trading jabs. Almost the entire fight has been fought in the center of the ring. So far, we haven't seen the profile we saw so much of in the last fight with Canelo on the ropes and Triple G stalking him. Canelo stayed in the center of the ring because Canelo is stalking just as much as Triple G. It is Canelo who is the come-forward fighter tonight, and that's an odd tactic for a counterpuncher, but he's making it work in the early going.
Canelo
forcing Triple G to work.
Canelo said he's been training for the knockout since his camp opened, and he is fighting like he trained for the knockout.
Exactly.
Golovkin lands the right hand there. Jab for Canelo.
Does not look like Canelo plans on winning the fight on points, though he may be up. It looks like he's looking to knock Triple G out.
Or hurt him. And Triple G looks like he's fading a little bit, Max. Body-wise, looks like he's fading a little bit. Like he shook his head no after those 2 jabs. He's not feeling comfortable when he's backing up. This is not a style of fight.
Now 5 rounds of fighting on the perimeter and backing up and not coming forward.
Everybody has to be careful here, though, because anybody can run into a big punch that can end things right here. Good body shots. See, that's what discourages punchers from punching at Canelo. You throw 2 good punches at him, and he bang you with 2 good body shots. Very discouraging for a puncher.
And still the body attack seems mostly missing for Triple G, but he lands his jab continuously. And it's all a matter of what do the judges want to look at. As Triple G lands a combination, left jab, right cross. In the closing seconds of round number 5.
Relax, son. Relax, son. How do you feel? Good. All right. You're younger than he is, so you're younger than he is. You got to take advantage of that, son. It's halfway through the fight, okay? Make a miss. Make a miss. Everything good? Yes.
Sí, ya lo abrió, abuelo.
Let's knock him out, all right? Come on.
Le pega uno bueno ahí.
Once again, like the first fight, Triple G showing a beautiful jab right there.
Ya sabe quién
Right
abrió.
there on that cut, missed with the hook. But then Canelo
Ya va a
right
ser
back
su
and landed the power shot.
talón de Aquiles.
Overhand right, boom, right there on the eye of Triple G.
¿Eh?
So Triple G again being successful with the jab, but Canelo
¿Quién fue?
being more successful with the power punches.
Guys, Triple G.
Oigo.
Abel Sanchez,
¿Eh? ¿Quién fue el 5?
was complaining
No, yo fui.
Canelo wasn't fighting enough in the first fight. He said he hopes Canelo brings it for the fans, for boxing. Canelo's bringing it. He's doing exactly what they wanted him to do. Triple G is lacking aggression throughout.
And Canelo's just going to get better because he's used to fighting like this, Max.
Good body shot with the left hand by Canelo.
He's just going to get better at it.
Triple G has basically doubled Canelo in terms of landed jabs. And the jab is probably the punch that created the cut above Canelo's left eye. Canelo was cut over the left eye in 2 previous fights against Shane Mosley and Liam Smith. He won both of those fights.
At this point, Triple G seeing the boxing in the middle of the ring is not working. He's not winning this fight doing that. So unless he plans on catching Canelo with one big punch, which is a risky strategy, he's better off forcing the fight forward. He's not doing it.
He's not winning the fight in your eyes, Max. Harold Letterman has Golovkin up 3 rounds to 2.
It ain't that he's not winning the fight necessarily, it's that he can't force Canelo to go back, Max. He would push him back if he could, but Canelo refuses to go backwards. So it's not on him again like the first fight. Everything is dictated on what Canelo wants to do. If Canelo wants to stomp, that's what Canelo does. If Canelo wants to back up,
hand that lands for Golovkin.
if Canelo wants to back up, that's what he does. So Canelo still is in charge, even though he may be behind by a round.
Another jab lands for Golovkin. Canelo is not throwing as many punches in this round. Left hook over the top for Golovkin. Canelo reaching with the right hand. Good left hook to the body by Canelo.
How many of those can Triple G take before he starts to bend or break? boy?
I don't know. He's taking a lot of them, but you got to be careful for the one coming up to the head off of that. That's what Canelo's working on.
Landed with an uppercut landed for Golovkin, and Canelo came back with an uppercut of his own.
And Triple G saw a really good defense too, Max. He pretty much blocking that body shot.
Great right hand lands for Golovkin.
Land for both of them.
To me, it looks like he's responding to those body shots like they're getting to him.
They are. They started to.
It's not that Triple G isn't having success at times. He is clearly.
It ain't his fight, though, man.
It's not his fight.
That's exactly right. He's not fighting his
Canelo
fight.
who's dictating the fight.
Like he did the first fight.
Punches landed this round. Canelo with the edge, according to CompuBox.
Canelo used to
One of the first rounds in which Canelo has an edge and landed shots, according to CompuBox. 17 seconds to
See
go.
that, guys? Triple G waved him in. Now he's getting hit, and Triple G is getting warmed up and used to the contact and egging Canelo on.
But Triple G get really tired, Max, because he's not used to this style of fight. Canelo used to this kind of fight. Canelo has had several of these kind of fights.
¿A quién le vas, Pancho? ¿A quién le vas?
We're halfway through.
Empate.
That's it. That's what I
¿Quién se
want to
fue?
see, man. That's what I want to see, Jules.
¿Quién? Damián.
Good, Mitch. That's it. Breathe. How you
¿Quién sigue?
feeling?
Todo.
Huh? Yes. Breathe. Come on, get some, put the balls in there.
Oh, de aquí.
Come on, he's dwindling. He's dwindling.
Pancho lo tiene.
The jab is working real well. When you go inside with a jab, just 1 or 2 shots. Forget about doing a combination. Just make sure you're solid. Okay? That was a very good round. Just remember, a couple shots. That's all.
Y hay unas redes que dicen que no.
Mike Tyson in the crowd.
Yeah.
On the monitor.
Así se hace.
Still extremely popular everywhere he goes. Harold Letterman, how did you score the first 6 rounds of the fight?
Okay, Jim. I got it 3 rounds apiece. I got it all even, 57-57. Very, very close fight, Jim. I gave rounds 3, 4, and 5. Let me see. 3, 4, and 5 to Gennady Golovkin. But I thought Canelo came back and won round 6 to tie it up. I've got it all even, 57-57.
Round 6 was a round in which Canelo landed more punches than Golovkin. Golovkin continues to throw many more jabs and land more jabs than Canelo.
¿Dónde le pones para
Many more
hacerle
body
ganar el
shots and land more body shots than Golovkin.
It's not enough to win the story of the fight, boy. After all, he's going to have to win the fight, Canelo.
Saquearon de
Harold has it
segundo
closer
tengo
to the good
internet.
indication the judges do.
Max, if he outstalks Triple G like this the whole fight, there's nobody going to give Triple G this decision because he's taking him completely out of his game. First fight he brought it, he beat him backing up, or he fought his backing up, and had his way when he wanted. This time fight he's forced the issue and had his way when he wants it. There's nobody going to give Triple G this fight at this pace.
Canelo is not planning on going to the scoreboard.
he's not.
He's looking for the knockout, which is, of course, dangerous against Triple G.
Very dangerous because Triple G can land one ending shot at any time.
Así le dio bueno,
Canelo's fighting 3 minutes of every round, clearly to this point, and sustaining his power. He's definitely Golovkin who looks more labored, but it's also Golovkin who's landing more punches through the course of the fight. Hard jab by Canelo Alvarez. Golovkin making Canelo miss there. And landing a left hook.
Canelo willing to take one from Golovkin to land one. That's very, very dangerous, and that's saying a lot about Canelo Alvarez.
You said that he was going to, it's rare that before a big fight like this, a fighter says he's going to do something and goes out and does exactly what he says he's going to do. Canelo said he's going to take more risks, even though Triple G most felt needed to take more risks to win this fight. Canelo is taking those risks.
And whether he wins it or not, Max, Canelo meant exactly what I thought he meant at that weigh-in.
No lo
You
chingas
know,
de 10, ya se
let him
peló
know that I'm
Canelo.
coming for you tonight, and then able to nobody else can do about it.
Mire,
Uppercut, all for Canelo, for Triple G.
mire,
Triple G is used to
mire.
landing combinations like that and then walking to the neutral zone as the guy falls. Canelo answered with a big shot of his own.
No lo transmitiste. Sí, pero ya lo pararon. luego.
Está bien, para que no te bloquear, a mí me bloquearon. Ya no pude.
So we're losing here, okay? There we go, hands down, hands down. There we go.
¿Ya han hinchado? No, el Golovkin.
That was a much better round. Okay, but we gotta do it the whole round. The last part of it was great. Stay in the pocket, let's fight this guy, alright?
He's a beautiful uppercut landed by Triple G, but the difference now is he landed and he catches the right hand straight back. Canelo answered right away because Canelo knows how to fight your style of fight, Jeff. This is the fight Canelo wants. Give and take. That's real Mexican style.
And in the biggest tell of the fight so far, you heard Abel Sanchez lean into the corner and tell Triple G, hey, we're losing here. So that's the way Abel Sanchez sees it, and that's a clear sign he's trying to motivate Golovkin to open up and take more risks and throw more hard shots in the second half of the fight.
It's like I told Max, Abel Sanchez knows that fighting this style of fighting, if they go to 12 rounds like this, there's no way they're going to give Triple G that decision.
For what it's worth, Harold Letterman gave the round to Golovkin.
What is happening in this fight that I see is that Canelo trusts his beard. He believes he can take Triple G shots, so he's willing to come forward to land his own. The counter puncher has become the hunter.
The stalker.
Hard right hand by Canelo Alvarez. Abel Sanchez is right. Triple G's going to have to take more risks and try to match power with power. Because Canelo Alvarez's power quotient is going up from round to round.
Better believe it.
Hard right hand for Golovkin. Sticks the jab. But Alvarez keeps the pressure on.
And Triple G landed a good jab, Jim. I can't take that away from him. But Alvarez is fighting the fight he wants to fight. That means he's in control. He's determined and dictating everything that's going on right now.
He's landing the punishing shots too. For the most part, they're both landing punishing shots. But Canelo is the guy you'd rather be in most of these rounds. Those body shots are devastating. And increasingly it looks to me like Golovkin's going to have to leave one of those iconic images for us in order to win that fight. He's going to have to turn it around with a big punch.
I don't know if he's going to have the energy to, Max. He's taking a lot of punishment in this fight, wearing him down. And you know, you may not, but in boxing it takes just as much to take a punch, a big punch, as it does to throw one.
I think two things are possible, Max. Either Golovkin does not have the kind of power he had through most of his career, or he's never fought a fighter with the kind of chin that Canelo Alvarez brings.
You take nothing away from Triple G. He looks more like an old fighter in this fight than he did even in their first fight, than he did even against Daniel Jacobs when it appeared maybe he was starting to slow down. Of course, part of it is now he is fighting top fighters.
Triple G missing with the right hand. Hard left hook for Canelo Alvarez. Triple G shaking his head.
Right. Now Triple G get back in and Canelo's starting to show a little fatigue. Canelo Triple G withstood the test, so let's see what happens now.
Es que tiene mucho llave ese güey.
This is another round that could be scored either way depending on what you're looking for. It still looks as though Alvarez is landing the harder punches, but Triple G may be landing more.
A cut opened up over Alvarez's left eye too.
He needed that punch.
They did.
Ya lo agarró ahí, abuelo,
He came up with more offense in that round. He took a lot of shots, but he gave them two.
He might have won the round with that last right hand.
They have turned the tide a little bit there.
Okay, very, very good. That's the kind of round I want. Right here, G, right here.
Yeah,
That's the kind of round I want. Longer. Longer and lower. Okay? You gotta keep working on the whole round. The jab is great, but you gotta mix it up. That shot on top is good. Touch him on the sides too. Roll him out. Come on, baby. Can't rest on it. Deep breath.
está bien cansado.
Intelligent fight. Speed, speed, speed. Flex your waist and jab. All right? Come on, keep punching, keep punching. Water. A bit of Vaseline.
Canelo's mother. A couple of prayers there. It's a close fight. It's very much like the first fight in the sense that Canelo's landing more power punches and seeming to land the harder punches. Golovkin is landing more punches and significantly more jabs. Harold Letterman now has Golovkin sneaking ahead.
Ahí se va a ver quién trae.
I'm surprised by that. But I will say in the last round, it's not just that Triple G landed more. His punches seem to affect Canelo toward the end of the round.
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of a shift in the fight for Triple G's favor.
And Abel Sanchez said he was pleased with the round. I think he was pleased because his fighter took a little bit more risk.
That's the first round I seen that looked like Triple G had control of the fight.
Triple G with that stiff jab. Oh, now lands a right hand again. Canelo comes back with his counter shots. Lands a right hand over the top. Triple G comes right back, firing with energy.
Those guys looking to end this fight right now.
Of course.
They trade shots at center rings. Canelo with his jab. Right hand lead for Canelo. Triple G trying to get a little rest there for a second. Trying to get a small breather in the middle of a round.
Takes a lot to fight like this, Jim. It's a tough fight by two brilliant fighters. The counter puncher became the stalker. The brainer became the boxer.
And Canelo takes a moment off and Triple G lands some punches.
The question is now that Triple G is really finding Canelo upstairs, sometimes with combinations. Can he put that extra mustard on one of those shots to get Canelo in trouble upstairs, having not put in the work to the body?
Very tired though, Max. And Canelo is making it work right now, on purpose, to wear him down.
Somebody's going to produce a late round burst. In the first fight, it was Canelo who produced the late round burst. Can he do it again and put the fight away? Or can Triple G, with his whole career on the line, summon the greatness that fueled the middle of that career and restore the legend? Only a few more rounds to see.
Good body shot.
Hard right hand by Canelo Alvarez. Triple G trying to fire back with his own right hand. It's an Alvarez round so far with 30 seconds to go.
Triple G shots are starting to move Canelo a little more than it did, even as Triple G is fatigued.
And the cut is getting bigger over Canelo Alvarez's left eye.
Mira, compadre, ¿no?
Judges score 1-2. Triple G on the attack.
No, pues es que ya vi cabezazo,
saying, I can make that flow.
están mochados ahí.
Está más fuerte Canelo.
¿Eh?
Closing seconds of this round.
Pues cabezazo sí, pero para mí no.
Who will finish it off?
Eso me lo dijo el Chiquiturca después de la tercera pelea.
A straight right hand lands for Triple G. He got in the last shot.
Está bien cansado el Triple G.
Another classic middleweight prize fight.
Again. He's ready. He's got nothing left.
Sabía que
All right, sit, son. He's done. He's done. Mouthpiece. I got it. Son, 3 rounds. 3 rounds fast with intelligence. Speed and intelligence, son.
Es que
Jab 2 or 3 times, dude.
más certero.
From the first
Por
minute,
eso le está
remember, he comes
contando
out
un
in the
chingo,
first minute real strong. In the first minute, don't exchange punches there.
This explains how tough this fight is to judge. Watch what happens here, Jim. You see Canelo, Triple G with the right hand, Canelo with the right hand,
Puros
and a
pinches
hook,
golpes
and then
certeros
Triple
a
G
la
coming
pinche
against him
Triple G,
with a
abuelo.
hook. That's 2-2, two very good punches by two very good fighters.
They are so evenly matched. We have watched them fight 21 rounds now. There is so little to choose between them. 3 rounds to go in Las Vegas. Harold Letterman, how do you have it for 9?
I have no idea. I got an 87-84, 6 rounds to 3. Gennady Golovkin. Jim, this fight is really, really close. There's no doubt about it. Every single round close as you can get. As I say, I've got a 6-3 Golovkin, but if any of the judges had it the opposite way, I wouldn't argue. Because because each round is close. I mean, they're standing in the middle of the ring, banging on each other. Very, very close round. I've got it 6-3, Gennady Golovkin.
Andre Ward against Sergey Kovalev, guys, was not nearly as bruising a fight as this. But Ward was winning the story of the fight, even as Kovalev was gaining some rounds. Ward, like a great fighter, closed the show and knocked his guy out. Does Canelo have to do the same thing here?
I'm not sure. I think this is so difficult to fight to score. I could very easily see a judge having Canelo up 6 rounds to 3, just the way Harold has Golovkin up 6 rounds to 3.
And if these next 3 rounds go like this and nobody goes down, I can easily see us with another rematch with a fight number 3.
It does feel as though if Canelo steps it up, he could go for the stoppage. But then Golovkin
Mire, ya, peló, mire. Ya, peló Canelo. Ya, mira. Ahora, ¿qué van a decir? Ah, ya, bueno, con esto tuvo.
And now Canelo's back on the attack.
And going forward again. Hard body shot by Canelo. So much the story of the fight.
Ya no fue Canelo, abuelo.
Like that one.
Harder to sustain those rallies when the guy's been working your body since the opening round.
Yes, sir.
Mire.
Another hard right hand for Golovkin.
Mire.
The straight right hand lands again. Canelo comes back with his jab. The trouble for Canelo is that when judges score this round, they're going to be remembering that rally by Triple G that momentarily wobbled.
There's a body shot.
Finally.
Another body shot by Golovkin with the right hand.
Really threw that right to the body like it meant it. Triple G looking for the knockout upstairs meantime.
Good hook by Triple G. Great hook by Golovkin.
What a chin on Canelo.
What a chin on both of them.
Spectacular. Body shot for Canelo.
Mire.
Right hand for Golovkin. In the heat of the battle,
Mire.
Gennady Golovkin appears to have
Mire.
Coach T needed it.
Ahora díganme que va ganando Canelo. Ya, otro gran para Golovkin. Mire.
What type of glove?
Está muy calladito.
How are you feeling? Good.
Lastimó.
Did he hurt you? No.
Sigue Abraham.
6 minutes, son. Be faster. Flex your waist. Don't risk. Don't risk to exchange stupidly. So, did you hear me? You've got a good fight going. You're good. You're not going to be able to knock him.
This probably was Triple G's best right hand of the night. Came behind that same jab, a beautiful straight right hand on the top, right on the jaw of Canelo's. Doesn't get much better than that. Beautiful straight right hand, right there on the eye, made the eye start back bleeding again. Very good punch by Triple G.
The hardest thing to do is to change your fate. It looked early when Canelo was putting in the body work, fighting his type of fight. Triple G was sucking air and being rocked. And in the last several rounds, Triple G has fought his way back in to the point where it looks like he could change the outcome of this fight.
Yes, he has.
And he's done it by taking risk. He's done it by putting himself on the line. But we must point out, there are writers at ringside who have Canelo ahead in the fight. And just as you know that Harold Letterman, our unofficial scorer, has Triple G ahead in the fight, the only scorers who matter are the 3 official judges sitting at ringside with one of the most difficult jobs imaginable in boxing.
Meantime, the first fight was great. This one's been better.
And for the first time, Triple G is on the attack now. For the first time all night.
Against the ropes. This is the first time in the fight when Canelo has gone to the ropes and assumed the posture that he had through much of the middle of the last fight. Now he comes back to the center of the ring.
The difference thus far has been that Canelo has knocked out smaller fighters, but not scored those iconic kind of knockouts against middleweights. Triple G is used to guys crumbling when he hits them the way he's hit Canelo. And here Canelo is throwing back.
Triple G making contact again. Landing power shots. Triple G is right.
That right hand by Triple G is the best punch of the fight.
Saved his career.
Yes, it is.
to win. How is Canelo coming forward doing power shots?
That's what he does, Max.
Amazing recovery by Canelo Alvarez.
He does. He's real Mexican style for real.
A minute left in the round, still on the table.
Triple G fighting a beautiful fight. Boxing beautiful, but Canelo won't stop coming.
This time, Triple G blocked the body shot. He's getting better at seeing Canelo Alvarez's body punches coming. Lands the jab. Couldn't miss, couldn't get the right hand home. 40 seconds left in the round. Alvarez needs a rally. Gets a hard right hand. The biggest difference is that Golovkin has been able to land time. And there's a hard left hook for Triple G.
And a hard right uppercut by Alvarez.
Alvarez
And another one.
coupled with real big right hands in the last 30 seconds.
Another good right hand. Another good right hand.
Rally for Alvarez.
And Triple G
You would have 10 seconds to go in the 11th round.
gonna have to take that
Another
right
good
hand
right hand.
from Alvarez. Alvarez keeps throwing because Triple G's not blocking him.
Hard round to score. First half belonged to Triple G. Second half belonged to Alvarez. Sits on, breathe. Come on, we're winning all three. Intelligence with velocity. Use your jab and climb up. Here, okay. You're giving him the opportunity to punch. He's gonna come up with everything. But it's lost.
Get massive shots, okay? You have to be ready. All right? Good jabs, good jabs. That right hand better right here, like I said, okay? Make sure we turn it, but we gotta stay busy. It's only 10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes, all right? Come on, deep breath. 3 minutes.
Canelo Alvarez's mother, as nervous as anybody here at ringside. Gennady Golovkin threw 75 punches in the 11th round, and Abel Sanchez says stay busy. He threw 30 more punches by box count, and Canelo did in that round. And here he comes again. Hard left hook by Golovkin. Jab lands for Golovkin. Golovkin landing power shots. Sticks his jab in Canelo's face again.
Over the second half of this fight, Triple G has landed big power shots upstairs.
Knocking Alvarez's head back. He's off to a great start in the closing round. Somehow, Gennady Golovkin gained confidence in these last 3 rounds.
You can't say enough about it. He looked like an old fighter halfway through this fight. Canelo's been killing his body the whole time. It looked like Golovkin was gassed and Canelo was And Triple G's been there like a house on fire the last several rounds, willing his way back into this fight and rocking Canelo.
Talk about big drama show. This has been a drama show. Golovkin throwing and throwing. Alvarez lands power shots in return. Down the stretch they come. A minute and a half to go. Alvarez fighting as though he believes he needs a knockout. Uppercut for Golovkin.
Only great fighters can do this, ladies and gentlemen.
Only.
These are 2 middleweight greats.
Certainly the greatest middleweights of this era. And comparable to those of any era. Both of them. Tremendous performance by both tonight. Less than a minute to go. Who has the last rally? Golovkin landing power shots. Now Alvarez lands in return. The body shot for Alvarez was big. It stopped Golovkin in the middle of a rally. Being busy in the center of the ring.
Ya lo sangró, pero ya que ahora.